Good morning. It is a Thursday morning. Thank you for watching Time and Efficiency. We had a very productive day yesterday for a Wednesday. I got count them, three videos queued up to YouTube, which is good. So you probably watched those before this one, maybe, I don't know. And we did a whole bunch of short form videos, got those queued up, wrote out all the emails for the rest of the week. So today and tomorrow, so Thursday, Friday, is just content, baby. That's it. Just content is all we're focusing on today. So I'm going to bang out more short form videos. I'm going to be doing a webinar live today at 12 p.m. So yeah, a midday webinar. And the last time I did this, I got several sales when I did the live webinar. So there's a little clue for you that going live is a gateway to getting more sales. Just throwing that out there. And I know going live makes a lot of people nervous, but trust me when I tell you, it's so good for your channel, your brand, getting sales, all those things. Going live, you let people just kind of see who you are and just go be yourself, man. Just go do it. Trust me, just go do it. You know, you're probably gonna mess up. You're probably gonna flub your words. You're probably gonna not know what to say or whatever it is. But the more you do it, the better you'll get. You're just gonna get over that initial hump. But definitely highly recommend going live on any platform. It doesn't have to be YouTube. I'm gonna go live on YouTube, but you can go live on TikTok, Facebook, Insta, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just go live. Just go live. That's it. So I'm going to jump in. I'm going to start queuing up right now. I'm going to start. The first thing is I got to set up the live webinar, and I'll even show you how I do that. Just like I did before, I'll show you how I do that between YouTube and Zoom, so I can stream through Zoom into YouTube. Therefore, with Zoom, I get to share my screen, do all that sort of fun stuff. So I'm going to go do that. I'll set that up. I'll show you what I'm doing there. And then queue up. Once that's queued up and I have the link, because I actually need the link for it, I got to queue up all the emails. So I'm going to use all three different autoresponders in my lists and drive a whole bunch of people to the live webinar right when it happens. Try to get as many people on the live webinar as possible so we can get the best result. Yeah. Otherwise, that's about it, man. It's going to be a pretty chill day. Just short form content, live webinar. That's it. Easy day, man. Easy day. Totally forgot another thing that I wanted to do today. I finished doing the split test, which I shared with you in another episode. Don't ask me which episode it was. I don't even know what episode this is. I think it's like 18. Holy shit. I'm going to do another split test with two different capture pages for one of our funnels. So that way, again, just always split testing, trying to get the best conversions possible. So probably going to be working on that today as well. So this morning, I'm going to do all of the technical stuff before I get into any of the creative stuff. That's just how my brain works. So I'm going to do the split testing. I'm going to set up the Zoom. I'm going to do the emails. That's kind of all technical stuff. Then I'm going to do content creation. So that way, once I get into content creation frame of mind, I can stay there. I don't have to go back out and do other little technical things like setting up emails or whatever. Once you're there, you can stay there. You can crank everything out and then hopefully stay in that flow state where you're just pounding out pieces of content over and over again. So that's the thought here. So first thing I just did is adjusted the capture pages. So let me show you that. So this is a very simple split. So this is the original capture page, also known as the control, which is the top converting capture pages with the other ones that I've split so far. And all I did is I removed this box right here. So it's the same exact page. All I did is remove this box. So remember, when you do split testing, you want to keep the actual test, what are you comparing from, this one to this one? You want to keep it very simple. You don't want to make this one big, deep, and complex, and this one really simple, because then it's not an apples to apples comparison. So what I did was, this is the original right here. This little guy, this goes way back to early newspaper advertising. This is called a Johnson box. Anytime you see a slightly different colored background headline and then the dotted box around it, it's really meant to get your eyes to zoom in and get your attention. It's called the Johnson box. So I got rid of that. So the other page, it's literally that. I just took it out. So we're going to test, does it work better with the Johnson box or does it work better without it? Again, super simple split test. We're gonna run this for about a week and see how it does. So I'm scheduling the webinar now. Let me show you what that looks like inside of YouTube as well as Zoom. So in order to schedule a live webinar on YouTube, it's actually pretty easy. From your desktop, you can just kind of go to create and then you hit go live right there. Once you do that, it actually brings you back here into the studio and you get all this stuff set up. Now, the good news is I already had a lot of this information filled out from the previous time, because there's a little button, you'll see it over here, and it'll pop up and say, do you want to use a previous live basically to be your template? And that's 100% the way to do it. Otherwise, you're filling out the same information you normally would as if you're going to upload a YouTube video, the description, the title, that sort of stuff. But once you actually get it scheduled in here, now we got to take some of this information that's in here and bring that over to Zoom. Okay, so first the Zoom, you got to do a webinar. Okay, that's important. You got to do a webinar. You can't do a meeting. In order to stream, you have to be going, just like if you're going to do a live from Zoom, you also have to be in a webinar setting. You can't be in a meeting setting. So I'm going to schedule this for noon today. Simple. I'm just making sure that the video's on. Obviously, you don't have to do a password. No one's going to see the Zoom information. So you don't have to go filling out any of the comments or anything like that. Now, once that is done and saved, you're going to go over here to where it says more. Okay, boom, you're going to tap in that and configure custom streaming service. That's what we're going to do. So now we're going to lock it all together. And I don't know why it auto populates like with my email in there. But so now we got to fill in these 3 fields right here. So 3. So you need the stream URL, stream key, and the live streaming page URL. So first, the stream URL. Okay, so come back over here, and down here it says the stream URL. So we're going to copy that. We're going to come back here. Oops, that's Canva. Hello. Stream URL. So we're going to paste that in there. Boom. Now the stream key. Okay, so we're going to come over here and grab the stream key. Okay, where are we? Stream key. Boom. That's this one here. That's all kind of dotted out. All right, so I'm going to copy that stream key back over to Zoom, and we're going to paste the stream key in there just like that. And now the stream page URL. So the live streaming URL, meaning when you go live, this is the link that you're going to share. This is also the same link that I'm going to queue up when I send my emails out. I'm going to use that same exact, not that link. I'm going to take that link from here, and that's going to be the same one that I email out to my list. So you literally just hit that right arrow to forward it. And this is the link right here, the video link. This is like, if I were to actually click on this and go to this, you would see basically the preview of the live that's happening today, like me and my goofy face, right? So this is the live link right here. So I'm going to copy that. Okay, come back over to Zoom, and I'm going to paste that right here, just like that. And then we're going to save it. And then boom, that is good to go. So the next phase, when you actually go live, you're going live through Zoom. You're not going live specifically from YouTube, okay? That's where it's a little bit different. Because you're using a streaming service like Zoom, you hit start this webinar, and then once you're in there, the little Zoom window will pop up, and then you go live through Zoom, okay? So just so you know, if you're ever gonna use this feature, and there's like, how I figured out how to do this is I just went to YouTube, okay? I went to YouTube, I watched somebody do it, I followed it step by step, and boom, it works. So if you wanna figure out how to do this yourself, be resourceful, go to YouTube, just like I did, and you'll figure all this stuff out. But it's not that complicated. You just gotta do it a couple of times. But I do like using Zoom to stream live because, again, you can share your screen, and it's just really, really simple. That's why I like to do it that way. Okay, so for the webinar up today at noon, I have 3 email lists that I just queued up emails for. Now, the good news is you don't have to write all these emails from scratch, because if you have a previous email that worked well, you can just duplicate that out, save yourself some time. So obviously I go live quite a bit, so I just reused old emails, changed the link out, changed the dates out, and it's pretty simple. So this is my personal list, meaning anyone that I've personally sponsored, I want to hit that list, because that is certainly a list of buyers. There's literally thousands of people on this list. So I got 3 emails going out, 11, 11:45, and then when I go live, this one over here, same exact thing. This is, let me make sure I'm on the right one right here. Okay, this one here is over in our team email account, but this one specifically is just going out to my personal leads, which I don't even know how many that is. That is, I think it's probably about a couple thousand leads over here that I'm sending that out to in our team email autoresponder over in Get Response. So again, same exact thing, 11:45, and then live. We're going to be doing that. And then again, one more time over in my main autoresponder here. This is over in Mailing Boss, where I have the biggest list. This is probably about 50,000 people over here. These are all of my leads. So again, 11:45, and noon, 3 emails going out there. So we're hitting 3 different lists. Okay, so 2 lead lists, and then 1 all of my personal people that I've personally sponsored over the years. Not necessarily people that are already in my primary business, but people that have bought something from me over the years. Obviously, this is a dedicated list of buyers, so I definitely want to hit them up. I want to get them on the webinar. So there you go, a little behind the scenes. That's queued up and ready to go. Now I can get into creating content. So now it's 8:50, so all of the technical stuff is done. Now I'm just going to focus on creating content. The very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do a new presentation style video for my primary business. If you want more information on that, link in the description down below. But also the presentation, that's also a keyword, and I want to emphasize that here for a second, is when I go make videos about really any business, or when you go make videos about any specific business opportunity, your main business, whatever it is, you want to do a little bit of keyword research before you go make the video. So when I go to search my primary business, I can look, in one of my videos that I made several weeks ago ranks right to the top. It's one of the top 1 or 2 videos. It goes back and forth with me and another guy. And that specifically is a presentation video, because that's one of the main keywords that people search for. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do an updated version of that, and I'm going to add in some other things that I didn't do in the other video. But those presentation keywords and that presentation style of video that I'm going to make rank extremely well. So that's what I'm going to go do right now. So just recorded the new presentation for my business, and it's about 38 minutes long, which I know I'm going to be able to obviously cut that down because I stopped several times while I was recording to, get what I wanted to say and all that. And that's the other thing too, like when you go to record a video, as long as you know how to do like some basic editing, and trust me, like when I first got started, I didn't know shit about editing, but I figured it out, and you just got to be willing to learn. When you start recording, like, you don't have to worry about getting it perfect. If you flub up, you mess up, you just pause, take a breath, think about what you want to say, and then go say it. And then when you go through in the editing process, you just cut out all the dead stuff. And then by the time you put it on YouTube or you put it on TikTok or wherever it is, it just looks like a nice, clean, professional video, or like a nice, well-edited video, whatever it is. And that's what I'm going to do here. So realistically, it's at about 38 minutes. I should be able to get it down under 30 minutes because there was a lot of times that I stopped or had to redo certain parts or whatever. But you don't ever stop recording. You just keep recording, keep going. And then, you just go back in the editing process and you just cut that stuff out. So I think a lot of people don't record because, they're worried about getting it perfect, worrying about getting it just right. So you don't even take the action in the first place because you're worried about something that you could easily fix, like editing. It's once you learn how to do it, it's easy to do. It seems complicated, but it's really not. And once you learn how to do editing, you're like, oh, that makes so much more sense now. And it just makes the recording process even easier because you're like, oh, I can flub up and I can keep going. So a little tip for you there. All right, we're literally about 15 minutes away from the webinar at the top of the hour. So I'm going to wrap up and conclude today's time and efficiency because I just have that webinar to do. And then I'm going to do this afterwards, but I'm probably going to do this later on this afternoon at some point. It's always important to email out or get, the webinar replay out, especially on your webinar. If you're giving a specific or time-specific call to action to get out there and, go take action. So as an example, on the webinar that I'm about to do, I'm going to say that I'm only accepting so many spots in the next 24 hours. So I'm going to do that on the webinar, give a really strong call to action for them to get started, to be one of the 5 or 10 or whatever I say. And once that's done, once the webinar replay is done, I'm going to take that, queue that up, email that out to, all of the lists, the same lead list that I sent this live webinar to. I'm going to eval back out and say, hey, X amount of spots left, 3 spots left, 2 spots left, 1 spot left. So I'm going to give a strong call to action in the webinar to say, hey, in the next 24 hours or until 8 p.m. on Friday, whatever it is, I'm only accepting X amount of positions available. So that way tomorrow, tonight and tomorrow, I can email that out with a strong call to action. I can even put a timer in the email to show them, hey, you only have X amount of time to watch this webinar replay, lock yourself in. So a lot of cool things going on here. And the good news is I already have the emails queued up from the previous webinar that I did. So all I got to do is recycle those same emails. So queuing up and sending the replay out will be really, really simple and should only take a couple of minutes. That's it for today, my friends. We're going to rock and roll. Get ready to crush this webinar out, get some sales, build and grow the team. Awesomeness. Hope you enjoy this. Thanks for watching. If you made it to this point in the video, and for whatever crazy reason, if you're not subscribed, go ahead, smash the shit out of that thing. Do it. I dare you. Hit it right now. Smash the subscribe button, ring the bell icon, get notified anytime I'm putting new content here on Time and Efficiency or any other video here on my channel. I appreciate you, my friend. I'll see you on the next episode. I was just going to wrap it up a second ago there for Time and Efficiency for today, but I just want to throw one more video in here. I just finished my live webinar. Literally, it's 1:06. I just finished it 2 minutes ago. But the call to action in the webinar specifically was to send me a text message. Like once you got in on the inside, send me a text message. And I literally have, these are all, because I use Google Voice, so the text messages don't come direct to my phone. They go to my email. It's just that way you don't get bogged down on your phone all day. You can check the messages whenever you want. But I literally have just literally tons of text messages coming through. So plain and simple, that worked, and it worked really, really well. Of course, if you want more information on what we do, how we do it, link in the description down below. That is it today for Time and Efficiency, my friend. I will see you on the next episode.